Yeah, okay, great. So, what happened is question number 2. So we know it's the summer love was there. What happened?
He went home. My son was unsung.
Okay.
He went home. We had to go
You
back to
went,
school.
you went home?
I married my son.
You married your someone else. See, that's why everybody's experience is different, right?
She missed an opportunity.
Now, let's do this to make it more personal and make it coming from you. Let's make it first person. When we talk about this, it's not well she did this and he did this. I forgot to say what I really felt, and my summer love left. That takes it inside rather than puts it out here. So again, what was it?
I missed my opportunity.
I missed my opportunity.
Yes.
That's sad. That's pointed.
It is. I know. I wanted to be a happy song because my first thought was that I was talking to someone who I love, and I missed the opportunity, and now they're dying. So then that sounded way too sad. So then I changed my story, which I can do.
Right.
So it's my story. So I said, oh, okay, I missed my opportunity, and he's about to get married, and I'm telling him this on
That's
his
coming down the
wedding
road.
day.
Without
So I want to be
question.
exciting and drama.
Yeah. Almost friends like. But I missed my opportunity. Others, what happened? Is that fit the bill, or is that?
I was too shy to say anything.
But you really did love him.
Yeah, but I just couldn't bring it out.
You must have hung out together for a while. That's, I think, is the happy part of it. And this summer love was warm and exciting, and every day you saw him. And you went to the beach together, and you went to movies together, and you had ice cream sundaes together. And every time you thought you could do it, you couldn't. Anyone else?
Well, and I maybe thought that I would have that opportunity, and then all of a sudden it was gone.
Oh, I see. So I can always do it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
No procrastinator.
Guilty? Yeah.
I was coming from a totally different place. I was coming from, this is the man I married, and we wasted a bunch of time way back then. It took a long time to get to the point where to say, I love you.
And when we come to differences of opinion, I'm going to get my water now that I'm done with my caffeine. When we come to differences of opinion, so this is what the beauty of this process is, because we find out, oh wow, I never thought of it that way. That could work, right? But if she's thinking it that way, she's thinking it the other way. The judge is going to say, well, one person was smiling.
It's right.
Right, yeah. So we have to come to consensus. We have to come to a way to agree. And I think the best way to do that, that's what T taught me, go to the lyrics. What do the lyrics say? I never could tell you I love you, for I left my song unsung. That June and July and August nights, that summer when we were young, I should have said something more to you. The lyrics kind of
They tell the story.
push us in that direction, don't they?
Yeah, maybe I was much older when I realized he was resold me.
That was the one.
That was the one.
That was the one. And so, that question too of what happened, we get it. I left my song unsung. I didn't say anything then. We know that for sure. Now skip question 3 for a second, because question 3 is, how does it make you feel? But I want to go to question 4, which is, what triggered this recollection for you to sing this? So what happened? What was the trigger event that made you come to this realization? You were just sitting in front of your Ah, say that?
We met again.
We met again.
Found him on Facebook.
Found him. Found him on Facebook.
Saw him in a Starbucks.
Saw him at a Starbucks.
Went back to that summer place again.
Oh, I love that one. I love that one. Went back to the summer place, yeah.
That gives me goosebumps.
Doesn't it? I'll tell you what my question answer before was in a minute, but others?
The 50th high school reunion.
Like that one. That's a good one too, that reunion where you go back and you go, I should have said something. I should have said something. And you end up at the bar or something and you say, I have to tell you something. You remember that summer? Oh yeah, it was great, we had a good time. No, you don't realize. And you tell them that. That's good. But darling, I loved you so. And I think it's important that you differentiate between when the lyrics say I love you and I loved you. I never could tell you I love you that summer long ago. I never could tell you I love you, but darling, I loved you so. That's critical. Brilliant piece of writing by Val. 7 years ago?
And went back to the summer place.
Yeah.
I like that.
The summer, that's what I had in mind when I did the arrangement. I went through the 5 questions before I did the arrangement, and I was thinking of, it was a place my family used to go. And that first summer I went there, his family was there. He was there. And the two of us were inseparable. And we spent that whole summer together. Yeah, we come up here every year, and oh yeah, we come up here. Well, I'll see you next summer. I have a chance. Next summer, I'll tell him I should. His dad was transferred. They moved to the East Coast, and you went back. You didn't know. You got there. Your parents knew. When they got there, where is he? Where's the kid? They're not coming. That's that summer when we were in, it was that summer, and that was your moment. So the trigger event is critical. How does it make you feel? That's question 3. We're going to come back to it. Don't have to always go over it.
Sad. No, I think wistful.
Sad, wistful,
Reminiscent.
nostalgic.
And maybe still questioning what could have happened.
What if?
Yeah, there's that question, the what if question. So
I had an old boyfriend come to my wedding
ah.
and said, this should have been my wedding.
Did you know?
Marcia, what did he say? I came to your wedding and he said what?
He said, this should have been my wedding.
Did you know this, Bill?
So nice. Well, I'll leave the two of you alone for it. So let me ask this question. I mean, that's the first thing that pops to mind, right? It was the one that got away, the one that I should have said something. We clicked. We were meant to be together, and I thought we'd have every summer together, and then it didn't happen. Was none of that summer happy? It was extremely happy, wasn't it? It was the best summer.
And it's always better when it's your memory.
But it really was every day for the whole 2 months you were there. You guys you were always together. If they asked where you were, it was wherever he was. If they asked where he was, it was wherever you were. So there has to be, this can't be I'm so sad, my wrists. Yeah, there's parts of it where you go, oh, it was fantastic. But darling, I loved you. So there's a breath after darling, the way it was interpreted on the learning track. But darling, I loved you so. That breath right there has got to be that happiest, warmest, most loving memory. And then, do you remember my being so shy? Have you forgotten the tear in your eye? I never could tell you I love you, for I left my song unsung that June and July and August nights. That's happy. That part's happy right there. There are some warm, beautiful memories in the lyric about her. So we can't just start with, and then go down from there. You know, I mean, it has to start off, oh, and by the way, Teresa's brilliant. So I talked to her today. I wanted to make sure I didn't screw up. And so I said, so, you know, I'd sent her the song, and she said, so remind me of the lyrics, and we talked about it. She says, you know that thing at the beginning, summertime, summertime, summertime. She says, that's the 3 months of summer. I got emotional. She says, it's the first month, which is the meeting, and it's the second month, which is the being together, and it's the third month of the leaving. And she says the chords fit it. And she says, didn't you think of that when you were ready? Well, sure. No.
You interpreted it exactly the way I wanted you to.
Yes. No, you just get lucky sometimes. Sometimes the universe speaks to you, and you arrange something, and somebody else uncovers the gold. And you say, well, of course it was there all the time. But if we start that beginning, every time we sing summertime, it's the passing of the 3 months, right?
Could you say those three again? Meeting?
It's the meeting, and it's the being, and the leaving. Yeah, I mean, it's the three. It's all three of them. And luckily enough, the chords fit that. You know, the first one is summertime, summertime, which is a little more haunting, and then summertime, which is really haunting. Yikes, it works. You know, very exciting. So, and then the fifth question is, how did it turn out? How did this re-meeting turn out? Because you did meet again at some point down the road. We don't know if this is after college, or if it's at the 40th reunion, or you go back, you take your kids to the old summer place, and he's there with his kids. Yeah, that was mine. And you go back and you go, oh man, I gotta tell you, and you're having a drink, you know, reliving that summer, and you say, I gotta tell you something, and you tell them. So how does it turn out? Now my scenario is obvious, so it turns out you go your ways, and that's it. But in other scenarios, so what do you think? How does it turn out?
I just looked at it as, it turned out that she got to say what she wanted to say.
Okay.
It wasn't so much a beginning or another end, it was just, bleh, there it is. You know?
See if we can work that into the story. That's good. Others? Yes?
I felt fulfilled that I finally got to say what I never got to say.
Yeah.
Just because, to me, I always felt like that was hidden in my heart, and I never got to say what I really needed to say.
Which was a little more elegant than bleh.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Just translate you did.
But we all got that. Others? Yeah.
Like a resolve, like you finally get that resolve.
Yeah, and that's great. You know, and you know why question 5 is important to me. How did it turn out? Because the audience needs closure to whatever song you sing. And the performer needs to know what that closure feels like. Right? Well, if the closure was the two of you are both single and you met at the 40th reunion, and it was like, I have to tell you this, and he says, I felt the same thing. That's a different ending.
And I have closure now because I went back to my summer place and I I did find, and now I understand, because after I told him my story, he told me the reason why he left, because his parents moved away, which I never knew.
Yeah.
So it just made me feel a lot better that, hey, it wasn't because they didn't want to be here or they didn't have as much fun
Yeah.
and all that like I did, you know, so.
Closure.
Got closure.
Yeah.
I think, the most poignant line is I left my song unsung. And so the closure is, I got to sing my song.
You got to sing the song. Isn't that awesome?
And now he's going home wondering what would have happened.
She's got to write a different song.
And the tag gives you that sense of closure. It winds down, and you're singing the song the whole time. Everybody gets a little bit of an echo, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Everybody gets to sing their song. Baritones, tenors, bass and lead. Everybody gets a little bit of the song in the tag. So you all get to sing your song at the end and have that closure. So now, when we come to a certain part, we say, well, how should we do this? So go back and we look at our map. We look at our concept. And we say, oh, this part fits. I left my song unsung. That fits the real angst. That fits the real pull. Maybe that's the deepest emotion, the deepest sad emotion that there is in the song. For I left my song unsung. And you go, oh, June and July. Now it lightens, right? So maybe we decide that. But anytime we need to make an interpretive decision, we go back to our map. We go back to the questions. And we make sure that what we're doing is in harmony with the answers that we came up with. So we're singing not to a group of people. We're singing to the one. And we're singing about one of the most romantic, fun, enjoyable, warm summers we ever had. But it was that one moment, and it never went further than that. I mean, how it turned out was you eventually got to sing your song and have closure. And it made you feel all of those things, nostalgic and sad and happy and warm and loving and questioned. And then finally at the end, we get to say, yeah, that's life. That's the way life goes sometimes. And I'm glad for the experience. And that's the closure we want the audience to have. So let's dig in.
Okay. Are you ready for summertime?
Yes, please. So these are the three phases of summer. So singing with that happiness and solidity, and then the little tug, where the audience gets to know, oh, this may not be a happy song. So the last one is going to be the one that really pulls at it. So we go back to our map and we say, yeah, that one's got
Second one a little quicker.
summertime, summertime, summertime.
Number 2, coming real quick. I'm stuck on I and it should be said.
I love you so. So if we do it the way it was on the learning track,
It should be said.
the time I said, I love you so. There's a little bit of that nostalgic glottal, little cry on the I love you so. So you get a little bit of that vocal cry. You know what I'm talking about, a vocal cry, right? extra vibrato